Hey, what's up guys? It's Haxed Max here bringing you another Pokemon Black and White 2 PO battle, and today we've got an OU battle against Hyuna, if that's how you pronounce your name. Found on the PO server, and I'm gonna try a little something different today. I'm gonna go a bit more in-depth on the team preview. Leave a comment down below if you guys would like sort of a brief team preview like I've been doing for a while, or if you guys would like a more in-depth team preview with like all the sets and threats and everything. So yeah, just leave that comment. For today I might go a bit more in depth explaining all the sets, but my team first. This is the same team I used last battle. It is a specially defensive Tyranitar, and it has Stealth Rock Crunch. I changed the Fire Blast to Pursuit now just because of that last battle. If you saw what happened by Pursuit, I definitely would have easily won. And Superpower. Basically, what I did was, if you go on Smogon, there's a mixed attack set first. I use those EVs, just put the 64 special attack into attack because I kind of like a bit more offense. And I replace Fire Blast with Pursuit, so basically the specially defensive set. Yeah, I also have Resto Chesta Rotom, you guys know that. Scarf Genesect, Spore, Stun Spore, Giga Drain, HP Ice Amoonguss, Choice Specs Latios, and Choice Banded Terrakion. So, looking at his team, he is looking very offensive as well, minus the Fortress, but I also have the Amoonguss, yeah, but I do know Terrakion can basically 2 KO most of his team with some prior damage. I know his Latios won't be too much of a problem now just because I do have Tyranitar. I have my Latios of my own, so his Tyranitar I definitely have to look out for, but other than that, I think Terrakion can do quite a bit of work to his team. I definitely have to watch out for his Stoutland. That is probably going to be the biggest threat just because of, Sand Rush, Choice Band. Gonna do a lot of damage, especially to, like, my physically defensive Amoonguss, so, I'm definitely gonna have to play around that, so, let's see how this battle goes. I'm gonna lead off with my Scarf Genesect that heats up with Tyranitar right away just to get the sand up. I'm just gonna go for the U-turn first turn, knowing I can do a lot of damage to Tyranitar and get some momentum on my side. If he does bring in his Heatran, which he does, which walls Genesect very nicely. But now I can send out my Rotom, and I know I can do massive damage with the Hydro Pump. And look at that damage, that does quite a bit as he does go for the Toxic. Luckily he does not know I'm Resto Chesto because I can just rest that off later on in the match. But I'm going to try and bluff the Scarf or the choice item. And I'm going to go for another Hydro Pump, try and take out the Heatran. Of course he doesn't want to let Heatran die just because I still have my Genesect around. He's going to switch out into his Latios. Doesn't take that well in my opinion, but he does predict my Tyranitar switching, goes for the Surf. I do have enough special defense AVs in which I can survive 2 Choice Specs Surf. Looking at the damage, I do believe that is Choice Specs, but I can take it out with the Pursuit. It doesn't quite take it out, but after the Sandstorm damage it will, so luckily it did take it out, and luckily the Hydro Pump hit beforehand, so it's gonna send out a Stoutland. In case he went for the Superpower, I know Frustration probably would have killed me from that range. I just switched that into a Amoonguss, scouting what he wanted to lock himself into. Assuming he is Choice Banded, which most of them are, but I can't take that very well at all, so I'm just going to get my Regenerator boost, go into my Genesect, knowing I do resist it. I do take it a bit better, but not as much. I thought he might have switched, so I went for the U-turn. Not that big of a deal because I have a free save switching into my Terrakion. He does not know I'm banded. Scarf Terrakion, I do believe, outspeeds Sandrush Stoutland, if it's Jolly, but looking at that damage from the close combat on the Fortress, that's an easy 2-KO even after leftovers. But look at this, I get min damage! Wow! So that really sucks, and now he can take me out with the Gyro Ball. It's bad enough he didn't even set up any hazards or anything. He just went straight for the Gyro Ball and he took out my Terrakion, which really sucks for me, because that was the biggest threat on my team. It's gone now. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around that min damage. That was just awful. Pio is really hating me right now, so I'm gonna go Volt Switch out, take out the Fortress, go right out into my Genesect. And of course he's gonna go into his Heatran. I can't really touch it just because I do not have the Thunderbolt, so I'm gonna U-turn out and go into Tyranitar, predicting the oncoming Fire type attack. He does go for the Lava Plume, and that definitely shows how especially defensive my Tyranitar is. Look how it takes those Earth Powers, living with 3%, and I can just take this Heatran out with the Superpower. So Genesect will definitely do a bit more work this battle just because the Heatran is gone. But now his own Genesect is coming in. I'm definitely thinking he is Scarfed, just because he doesn't have another Scarfer, and you do tend to run Scarfers with Sandrush Stoutland, but I'm just going to leave my Tyranitar in to die just because it did do its job, took out the Latios and the Heatran, but I'm going to send out my own Genesect on his Tyranitar. I'm going to go for the U-turn. I get the plus attack boost, but that crit definitely didn't matter. I think he would have lived with a bit, but that's kind of payback for the min damage hacks. That really did cost my Terrakion. So unless you turn out into my Rotom, I know even after the attack boost, my Rotom can live from that amount of health, and I can rest up. That's just basically from experience. And now the Stoutland comes in, I'm at very high health, so I know I can easily take not easily. I can take one frustration that was also from experience, and I can just burn that thing. So that's definitely going to help my Amoonguss because it is my physical wall, and you can take these frustrations a bit better. It does do a quarter even after the burn, so Stoutland's nothing to play around with. Dang, it is pretty powerful, but definitely the burn is helping. So I'm able to take it out with a couple of Giga Drains, as he does just leave his Stoutland in it to die. Finished off with his last Giga Drain, and he's down to his last guy, which is his Genesect. I wasn't really too worried at this point just because I had my own Genesect and I was banking on winning the speed type, but just to choose to lock himself into Ice Beam, in my opinion, that was a bit of a misplay. He should have gone for the Bug Buzz because it would have taken out the rest of my team, as you'll see. But I did go into my Genesect. I'm banking on winning the speed type, but of course Pio hates me and then I lose it. So I was going for the Flamethrower there, would have easily taken it out, but now I'm down to my Latios. And I actually take the Ice Beam. As that +1, I can take it out with the Choice Specs HP Fire. So definitely, if he had gone for the Bug Buzz, he would have won the battle. But then again, if I won the Speed tie, I could have won. But in any case, that was a great game, Hyuna. Definitely just a close 1-0. Very, very close in the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, and sub. That's always appreciated. Remember to leave that comment whether or not you'd like a more in-depth team preview or sort of a brief one like I've been doing. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.